Breaking news, according to my source, NRS will finally be adding motion matching, and they're going to be able to do this by having the game released as we previously discussed on the current gen consoles such as the PS5, Xbox Series X, and the Nintendo Pro 2. That's what's going to happen. Now, before we get into that, let me go ahead and file this disclaimer. This information you're about to hear has not been confirmed by NRS, WB, any of their affiliates, not Discovery, and none of their associates. The information that you're hearing is exclusively leaked information that you're not supposed to have. But we're going to continue with the rest of this video, so take this video with a huge grain of salt. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get back to the source information. So my source informed me that NRS is going to be using motion matching on Mortal Kombat 12. You're scratching your head like, okay, Wave, can you please tell us what motion matching is, and do you have any examples? Yes, I do. So motion matching is basically, I'll go ahead and explain it to you, and then I'm going to show you a video to show you the differences in action. Motion matching is basically one of those things where it's like, you have characters, look at the screen here, you see Jackie, you see Cassie, they have these facial animations, but we both know that these are not real people. They have stale looks on their faces, their eyes blink, and it makes us think that it's real, right? That's what we're used to seeing. Now, while Mortal Kombat did fix the graphics are phenomenal, they're out of this world. But when it comes to facial expressions and things of that nature, video games fail at this very, very badly, and this is what causes people to not engage with the story because they cannot connect to the story. Now, it's extremely hard to get people to connect to anime stories or animations. It only works on children, and it only works on a small percentage of children. That's why animation has always been aimed at children. Now, you're probably asking, well, wait, why the heck is this important and why should I care? Well, you should care that they're implementing this technology because this is going to allow you to become more involved with the game. Pay attention to these facial expressions here on your screen. These expressions are dead. These expressions do not look good at all. Now, what they would usually do is go into the system and they would program these fake expressions. You see the expressions of Sonya, right? I want you to keep your eyes on the screen and look for Sonya. And look at Jackie, look at Cassie. Pay attention to these facial expressions. Look how bad these expressions are. They're not expressing the proper emotions. The only way we're able to connect with this scene is due to the voice acting and us using our imagination. Look at this. All of this animation is done by hand and it comes out terribly. Cassie is supposed to be crying in this scene and she looked just as dead as she can look. Now you're probably like, okay, Wave, you're dragging it. Can you give us an example of what it's supposed to look like? Yes, I'm going to do that. I actually have a clip of what it's going to look like on PS5, so we're going to get to that shortly, but let me go ahead and catch you up on some other information really quick. Now, these next consoles, or I should say these current consoles, are so powerful to the point where scientists have predicted and experts have predicted that the technology that's being used will be able to connect with humans on an emotional level. You ever watched a movie and the movie literally made you cry, or it was about to make you cry, or something awesome happened and you just jump with joy and be like, yeah, my boy, or no, not him, they got this. That's the reason we're able to connect with TV shows better than movies, because it allows us to grow with that person, to accept them. Now, some of us don't have that problem. We can watch games, we get pissed when characters die in video games, all types of stuff, but for others it don't happen that way. Now, these experts has predicted that they're going to be able to sell more games with the route that they're going. Okay, now we got that out of the way. I want to pass this first question off to you guys in the comment section below, because I know you guys still scratching your head. Do you even care that the characters have emotion or not? Or do you just play the game just to play the game for the fighting? Because there's tons of people who play Mortal Kombat and they literally, like, for example, I know this one guy, he plays Mortal Kombat he literally skips all the cutscenes. I was like, did you even watch the story mode? He was like, I'm not interested. I just play for the fighting. And he literally, and I'm like, well, what's the point of playing story mode if you're just playing for the fighting? You do not get to know any story by doing that at all. You just don't get to know that. Now, so I wanted to give you those few examples, but I do want you to answer that question in the comments before I show you this next part, this next clip, because I want to get your unbiased, your untouched opinion, and then I'm gonna ask you another question after I show you the clip, so that way I can get your before and after opinion. So when I read your comments below, you should have 2 comments down there, one before and then one after. You get what I'm saying at this point. But really quick, I want to take a second to shout out to the mods in the comment section. I appreciate you guys, and for those of you that are watching, I truly appreciate you guys watching too. If you can do me a favor, go ahead and smash that like button and turn on subscribe and hit post notifications, as this is your brand new favorite and exclusive place for daily Mortal Kombat content. This is no lie, this is where you're going to get your Mortal Kombat content. I don't know any other way to put it. So let's cut the promo and get back to the actual video. Now, I'm queuing this up right here on your screen. It's going to pop up in a second. Now, mind you, I want you to focus on facial expressions. I'm getting ready to show you a clip from another video game that is already using it. I'm going to show you The Last of Us. It's a game called The Last of Us. If you haven't played it, check it out. I want you to pay attention to the facial expression and how dead the facial expression is in that game. And then I'm going to show you a clip of The Last of Us being on PS5 or next gen console, or I should say part 2, where it has the motion thingy that I was referring to, the motion matching. So now that I told you what to look for, pay attention to the screen and try to feel this scene and tell me which one hits you the most, and I'll be back.
Now, I know that's not what you want to hear right now.
Swear to me. Swear to me that everything that you said about the Fireflies is true.
I swear.
Okay. I can't.
So what? I'm just supposed to sit here and wait for you? For God knows how long, just thinking you're fucking dead the entire time?
I don't plan on dying.
Yeah, well, neither did Jesse. Or Joel. Hey, stop. Hey, come on. We've got a family. She doesn't get to be more important than that.
Okay, so you got to watch both of the clips. I made sure that I full screened it because I really wanted you to feel it. I want you, I'm gonna pass this question off to guys in the comment section below. Which clip felt more realistic to you? Which one really hit you? Which one got you in? And if you say the second one, you are correct. But I still want you to put your answer below. If it was the first one, tell me why it was the first one. But the second clip is what they're going to be including in Mortal Kombat 12. Let me be direct and correct, because a lot of people don't understand things. They like to take stuff and run with it. When I say number 2 is going to be in Mortal Kombat 12, I'm not talking about the characters. I'm talking about the motion matching is what I'm talking about, where it can help express emotions is what's going to be able to work with that, is what I'm saying in so many words. Now, I am going to be doing a documentary on this because there's way more to dig into. So I want you to look forward to things that are going to be coming in Mortal Kombat 12. Now, the only thing that they have now that they've been using for Mortal Kombat 11, for example, Kerry Tagawa, he does a fantastic job. Shang Tsung, he captured us with his voice. His voice acting carried the Shang Tsung character and a lot of other characters. But now that they have motion matching, they can put the proper expressions on his face and it can be displayed the way that it needs to be displayed. So as I mentioned before, I'm trying to get caught up on videos here. So I'm trying to get all these videos out. Once I get all of these videos out, I'm going to be putting together this 1-hour documentary that's going to deep dive into motion matching and showing you some of the different facial expressions, showing you how it works and how it's going to play over the game. Now, also, I am told by one of my other sources that I'm working with that Grand Theft Auto 6 will be using the same exact thing as what they're going to be using. Again, look here at the screen. Look at Jackie's dead stare. It's dead. I mean, neither one of these characters are connecting. It's just like two characters just communicating, but just imagine if they had that motion matching in that scene. It would have been a lot better. This is the reason why most video game companies avoid having characters cry on screen, because it looks so fake. You cannot connect with them. But in real life, you got some people that can cry on demand. You got, you know, we can just connect, like I said, with these TV shows so much better when it's real life people. So that's what they're trying to get these games. And I think it'll be fantastic because a lot of people would be able to care about the story of these games. That's not to say that we don't. Like, people love the Halo story. People love all types of story, you know, when you're a hardcore fan. But I do understand from a business perspective what they're talking about and which direction they want to take the game. And hell, if the PS5 and the Xbox Series X have the power to do so, then why the hell not? Why the heck not? Let's go ahead and let's use this technology. So I truly applaud them doing what they're doing and investing all of this new money into this, investing their new money into this game, because hey, we did make them a lot of money. They put out some DLC, we ate it up, and unfortunately, due to some of the things that was going on in the world, it did kind of slow down a couple of things that they did have planned. But good news is, it just means that we're going to get an action-packed Mortal Kombat 12 is what we're going to get, and I think we all. So with that being said, get in the comment section, write me a paragraph, write me a thesis. I'm going to read it, and I may even feature some of those in the video. This is huge. It's a massive leap for gaming. I think it's about time they started taking this franchise serious and getting rid of some of the humorous and comedy acts that they've had with it. I mean, leave that for Johnny Cage. It's good that they fixed the graphics already. They're getting the roster together, and it's just looking like they ready to bring us some heat. I'm ready to accept some heat, and I cannot wait for PlayStation to get those chips together so I can finally get my hands on one of those pesky PS5s, since it's so hard to find. Now, short story really quick, I actually had an opportunity to buy an Xbox Series X. I went to a Best Buy one time. They had it in stock, but I was so set on getting the PS5 that it didn't even dawn on me to buy the Xbox. I could have bought an Xbox. I could have been prepared ahead of time, because I keep forgetting you guys play on Xbox, so I'm going to need to get one eventually. I should have got one. So what I'm going to do next time is I will be buying the Xbox Series X as well as a PlayStation 5, so that way we can play. So if you don't have a gamer tag or anything like that, then you need to get your gamer tags ready, because I most certainly will be playing tournaments with you guys, and we're going to take this to a gameplay level in the near future. So make sure you smash that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, as this is your brand new favorite and exclusive place for daily content. Catch you in the next one.